Hi all, and welcome to oh God, I've lost count of the days. I'm not even going to pretend I know what day we're on now. But today I wanted to move on to the secure attachment core belief. And again, like the other insecure attachment styles, there are quite a few like core beliefs that secure attachment holds on to. But one of the most frequent ones and one of the best ones I feel to talk about is the core belief that I am safe, loved, and enough, just as I am. I love that one. I love that one so much. So, after all the chaos of anxious and avoidant and fearful avoidant attachment, this one is like a breath of fresh air and probably will be a relatively short video in comparison. Um, but let's talk about what secure attachment really looks like because it's not about being perfect. It's about feeling safe in love. That's what secure attachment is. The secure person's core belief sounds a bit like this. I am safe, I am loved, and I am enough. And that belief changes everything. That belief changes everything. Being securely attached doesn't mean you never feel anxious or that you're always calm and confident. That's not what it means. Everybody thinks, oh, well, if I was just a secure attachment style, I would be perfect and everything would be perfect. And that's just not how it works. I'm sorry to tell you, that's not how it works. It means that you trust yourself and the people you love enough to know that if something goes wrong, it can be repaired. That is what secure attachment is all about. It's about the repair, the ability to repair after conflict. So it means that you trust yourself and the people that you know and love to know that if something goes wrong, it can be repaired. Secure people can communicate. That, that's the crux of it. They can say I'm hurt or I need reassurance without shame, without feeling the kind of shame that the insecure attachments feel. They don't make love a performance. They let it be a connection. They know their worth doesn't depend on how someone else feels about them. They're worthy just as they are. If that person can't see it, then that's on them. That's their loss. And if that doesn't sound like you yet, don't worry. Don't worry. Secure attachment isn't just something you're born with. You can earn it and learn it. So, some people do grow up with stable, emotionally available caregivers who modelled healthy love, predictable, warm, and safe. But for many of us, we didn't. I mean, that's a relative rarity, to be honest. Most of us did not. We learned love through inconsistency, withdrawal, or chaos. And that's not putting blame on our parents. This isn't a blame game. This is an awareness game. We all have wounds that we are always dealing with, including our parents, no matter how perfect they seem in our eyes. And so we learned love through chaos and withdrawal and inconsistency and that kind of thing. And yet, here's the beautiful truth about it. Your brain and nervous system can rewire through safety, repetition, and awareness. So every time you self-soothe instead of spiral, you're rewiring. Oh my God, my stutter is so bad today. Um, every time you choose connection over avoidance, rewiring. Every time you remind yourself I am enough just as I am, instead of chasing or withdrawing, you're building that secure attachment, you're rewiring absolutely every single time, no matter how small. Small is how we start. So, for me, this journey didn't come from being raised securely. I think that's, if you've watched my other videos, if you've read my Facebook posts, you will know that is the case. It came from learning security through healing. Um, and there was a time for me when love felt really fragile, like I had to work for it or prove my worth. And actually, if I'm really honest, I never really felt loved by anyone, ever. So, but now it feels quite calm and steady and mutual. For those that love me and for those that I love in return, it feels mutual. That doesn't mean it's perfect, by the way. That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about perfection. It just means that I trust myself not to lose me in the process of loving someone else, if that makes sense. And that's the difference between attachment for survival and attachment for connection, really. That's what it comes down to. So it's not about never needing anyone. It's about knowing you can rely on yourself too. Right now, I'm having quite a difficult time. I would really love to have somebody that I could lean on. Yeah. But I also know that I don't need that. I can rely on myself. I can give myself everything that I would seek from someone else. So, when you've developed secure attachment, it shows up quietly in small moments, I find. So, like, some examples, let me think. You don't panic if someone says they need space from you. Just, okay, you take your space, just as long as you're coming back, you have your space. You can express your feelings without guilt, and that's quite a hard one because for insecure attachment, you spend a lot of your time feeling guilty for your feelings. But when you're secure, you can express them without feeling guilt. I don't, I have nothing to feel guilty for. If somebody hurts my feelings, I have nothing to feel guilty for feeling hurt or for expressing that hurt, so long as I'm not cruel with it. So you can handle conflict with curiosity, not with fear. So, for instance, when my daughter gets upset with me, I can ask her the questions that will help us resolve the situation, rather than panic that she's going to suddenly abandon me and she's going to leave me. And you can give love freely. You can give it freely and receive it without doubting it. And that's a big one for us in for insecure attachment styles. Um, you often doubt even if you can give love freely, and I find that anxious attachers very often can. They give love in overabundance almost, but they never really truly believe that they're receiving it in return. And for the avoidant insecure attachments, um, you find it harder to give love freely, and receiving it is doubting it as well. So when you're secure, you can give it and you can receive it without doubting it and without feeling like it's a performance, so to speak. It's steady, it's consistent, it's peaceful. And that's why people sometimes mistake secure love for boring, I think, because it's not fueled by anxiety, it's fueled by safety. Uh, well, boring is wildly underrated anyway, because it's actually what lasting love feels like. That's what lasting love is. It shouldn't be chaos. It shouldn't be constant anxiety. It shouldn't be, ups and downs constantly. Lasting love is boring. And that is underrated in itself. That's what we want. So if you're still healing, remind yourself of this daily. And I think it's really important to remind yourself of this daily. It's safe to be loved and to love. So it's safe to be loved and to love. And my needs are valid, and I can communicate my feelings without fear. And I am enough even when someone pulls away. Those aren't just affirmations, they're neural reprogramming. And I will get more into reprogramming as the weeks go on. We'll move on to that. So you really want to really set these in your mind. You need to remind yourself of this at least daily, if not several times a day. Morning and evening if you don't have time during the day. It's safe to be loved and to love. My needs are valid. I can communicate my feelings without fear. I am enough even when someone pulls away. They're not just affirmations. It's really important reprogramming work. They're reminders that help your body feel safe in love again. So, because I've done it for every other video, I'm going to do it again. I know maybe some of you are bored of them, but I love them. So, I love reflection. So, here's your reflection for today. What does feeling safe in love look like for you right now? Right now, it doesn't matter what attachment style you are. You don't have to be secure. It could be one of the insecure ones. I'm asking you generally, what does feeling safe in love look like for you right now in this moment? And what are you doing to create that safety within yourself? Not with somebody else, but with yourself. Because secure attachment isn't about finding the perfect person. It's about becoming the safe person for yourself and the people you love. Thank you for being here with me again today. I shall be back again tomorrow. But for now, remember you are safe, you are loved, and you are enough exactly as you are. Take care all. Bye.